Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Potionomics. So we've got increased cures as our bonus that we've purchased from Luna. Crater has worse drops twice, but an increased drops for Arctic. We want to make sure we build relationship with Sid, but we typically go to everyone every day, so that's fine. And then good sound, if we can pull that off. If we can pull it off for cheap, I suppose, is more accurate. With that out of the way, let's do the usual. Start with our gardening. Right, we were building up 2 ingredients that were good, but we didn't have enough of. And then our usual of these. So where does that leave us? We've now got a decent number of those. And I think it was this that we were working on. Could still build up a few more. You would be a good one to get more of. And you. Because those are both also very good. Okay, you're green and yellow. You are green, yellow, and blue. Although part of me... No, we've got 44 of these. I don't need to overly focus it. Yeah. So... Wait. Not you. You. So green there, and then you can be yellow or blue. We'll just go with yellow. And then the rest of you work on making more of these. Alright, for that one we need about 56 more, so that's 27-ish. That includes green. There we go, 27. Oh, not quite. My rough rounding wasn't quite accurate. There we go. Perfectly good. Now, I think potion-wise, yeah, we now have 5 cauldrons, which is amazing. And we were working on, not looking at our potions, looking at our brews. I think we made each type of cure. So we've got Masterwork Curse Cure. Excellent. Only Superior Petrification. Superior Drowsy. Grand Poison and Masterwork Silence. So those are going to sell pretty well. And then our 2 barrels are still running. With that in mind, where are we at potion-wise? So I probably should make... I want to have a good supply of high-quality health potions. And where are we on mana? I've got a few superior manas. That's probably sufficient. So let's say one of my good cauldrons I will put onto health potion duty. So red and green. Sort by Magimans. Excellent. We've got tons of these. That's already pushed it over. Cauldron's not big enough. Although hopefully at some point we will get the ingredients we need so that we can upgrade these. I could take the cauldrons with me in case we happen to have got them from our team, but I think it's probably smarter just to use them. And then once we get the ingredient, then we can bring the cauldrons with us. At least I don't think we have... Did I write down what I needed? I thought I did. Yeah, we need Jotun Frozen Heart and Elder Being's Tusk. And I'm pretty sure we didn't get either of those. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get them soon. Anyway, those are pushing us too far too fast. The 198 Magimans, which is fair. Okay. That gets us even. Which means I could just use a bunch of these now. Still too far. Okay, I don't think I can actually use those giant ones. 198s. They're too good. Although I have so many of them. Like, I want to use the ingredients I have tons of. I don't know. That's the problem. It's a good source of a lot of red. I'd have to drop down to using these that I don't have a ton of. Alright, what if I just used a bunch of these? Where does that get me to? That gets me to exactly 640. With perfectly even. So this would actually be the best health potion I could make. But it is meaning we're getting a little bit low on these scimitar crab shells, but not bad. Sure. So this is a guaranteed masterwork health potion. Let's drop off some time. We need to lose 7. No, one of those. There we go. So then, what else? We were looking at potions to decide. I needed health potions. I don't need mana necessarily. I don't know what's going to be on sale tomorrow, but I could make potions for what's on sale today, which would be more of these curse cures. Or any other cure. Curse being what sells the best. Oh, I didn't realize Masterwork was our top quality. Have we gotten that far already? Because we started with Minor, Common, Greater, Grand, Superior, Masterwork. Okay. So there's not another tier above here. For whatever reason, I thought we were lower down. And part of me wants to fill in all these blanks, but I know that's a terrible choice for money. Like, making minors of everything would be pointless. I haven't made you yet, but I don't really need to. But I kind of want to, because getting rare ingredients. I have made some tolerance, but I've sold most of them. I should probably make more of the tolerance so that we can use more potions on, for instance, Mint, who doesn't... Mint can't take enough potions to actually be useful at the current moment. So do I make more tolerance? I could. Make a super awesome tolerance. No, let's make another poison cure. Or curse cure. Just for money. We've had a few days where we didn't make a ton of money, and so it'd be good to have a day that brings in a lot. So we'll do the curse cure. And then probably we'll make a superior tolerance in one of our crystal cauldrons. That's the plan. So yeah, we want green, yellow, and purple. We don't have any crazy huge ingredients. Primarily we're going to want purple. Good to know. Okay, green and yellow are fairly even. I still need a bit more purple and a bit more green. Don't really want to use up all of these. Oh, okay, we need one more ingredient. We've gone too far. Excellent. Another one of those, and then green. That's still too much. Let's drop down below the 64s. Don't really have any good purple sources this low. Okay, I could use the crab. or the flour. Sure, that ends up with very stable, so it's going to be a masterwork quality. I think I'm good with that. It'll be another great one to sell. I don't know why I keep going to equipment for the fuels. So we need to knock off 11, which is huge. I guess we didn't need to go quite that high with those ingredients. Go with some cheaper stuff. There we go. So then we were talking about with here doing a tolerance potion. So that's blue and purple. We don't have as high of a Magimin limit, but that's fine. Even amounts. Let's use the ingredients we have lots of, which unfortunately focus primarily on blue and not purple. Too far. There we go. And then just a bit more blue to bring us up another 60-ish. So 230s of blue. There we go. Still very stable. Doesn't look super balanced to me, but balanced enough. So we get a very stable, almost max Magimins. I'm good with that. 17 brew time. It's crazy. Okay, and then 3 more. Probably actually better to use 2 of these 4s. There we go. So that'll get us some tolerance potions. Then what else do I need? I am interested in these seeking enhancers. If we're gonna have more potion capacity with the tolerance. So in that case, we're wanting yellow, blue, and purple. Ooh. We've got some good ingredients that are of that size, although we want primarily blue. Which arguably you sort of do. Now we need a lot more blue and a ton more purple. Purple's doable. I think. Maybe it's not. No, because the only purple we have is these. We're gonna run out real fast. Okay. If we go that far, we need a bunch of tiny blues. Blue doesn't really come in tiny quantities. I think that's this is probably our smallest blue. And it's still taking us too far. Okay. We'll get rid of one of those because we don't have very many of them. Toss in another blue. And then toss in a smaller purple. Like maybe the flower. Okay. We still have 25 more Magimins. We could actually go a little bit farther. If so, we'd want something with a bit more blue and yellow. Do I have anything that I have more of? So that's the question. I don't want to use all of these ingredients that I have very few of. As it is, we have 43. So if we've got a 42-ish Magimin that's split... That'll work. Still very stable. And it gets us closer to the line. I don't know if that crossed over a line. It probably didn't, so that may not have been worthwhile. Up to 21! These brew times are getting absurd. I don't know what causes certain things to be... Like, what makes the time get higher? Like, I can clearly tell measurements ties to these stars, and number of ingredients ties to how many potions we get. I don't know what the direct correlation is to the brew time. It just seems somewhat random. From what I can tell, it seems to be some combination of, like, Magimin and the tier of the potion. Like, high Magimins of a lower tier doesn't go as high. Maybe? I don't know. I haven't figured out where that brew time comes from. I'm sure there is a logic to it. I need to use some of these, because I doubt... Yeah, even if I use 3 of these 5 slots, that takes off 15, which would leave us at times 6. So I need to use these 6 time slots, and then still take off 4 more. No, take off 5 more. Yeah, there we go. I can math. That's an insane brew time on this one. But it is a great potion. It's going to still be superior quality. We're not going to get all the way up to Masterwork, but that's fine. Then we still have our Ocean Cauldron to use. Let's make some more stamina potions. Because I'm probably going to run low-ish on them. We've got 3. Although I think this cauldron might not even pull off superior. Might be stuck at grand with 320. I'm not certain. We're looking at red and purple. And we can't use any of our crazy huge ingredients. Let's try using 5 of each of these 40s. I did not realize you guys... I thought those were going to be the purples, and they're not. Huh. Yeah, I'm running out of good sources of purple, I guess, at this point. So maybe I should make something that doesn't involve purple. That might be the smarter call. And then when we see Quinn, we need to specifically focus on buying things with purple. No, don't click on that. So all of these top tier require purple. I can make speed potions, but I really don't care. All of those besides speed takes purple. You take purple. So we could do thunder, speed or thunder, or we're down at this level. Could make more silence, drowsiness, or ice is the more powerful area. How are we on those potions? Silence, I've got 2. Drowsiness, I've got 5. And ice, we've got 4. Okay, so I've got a sizable... and 3 more here. Okay, so I've got a sizable amount of each of those that we need for the Arctic area. Dragon needs poison, petrify, and fire. We've got 1 poison... 4 more poisons, okay. Fire and petrification. We've got plenty of each. And then craters, curse, and shadow. We've got lots of curse, though we're probably going to sell all of them. And we've got a little bit of shadow. But I think shadow is one of the ones that takes purple, and therefore we can't really make it. Yeah. Well, we do just make some more mana. We've got some, but not a huge stockpile. And I don't mind having smaller mana options, because we don't need... I don't know of a circumstance where I would ever need a Masterwork quality mana. Nope, come back, mana. All right, with that in mind, we're wanting green and yellow. And we can't use our giant ingredients. That's going to go too far, but I've got lots of them. I can at least start with a few of these. And then fill up the rest with our smaller options, maybe? Doesn't quite cross us over. Let's use some slightly larger options. There you go. That gets us into the grand. And then we're going to get our 2 to maybe 3 stars. Grand is fine. Gives us 4 mana, which is probably good for most circumstances. We need to lose 5, which can be done with wood, hay. Nice, simple, cheap brew. I'm good with that. That's all of our potions going, so we are now ready to head out. I've already forgotten who we have at different levels, so you're 7, you're 7, and you're 7. I think everyone else is still at 6, right? Yes, everyone else is at 6. So let's go to our adventurers and rank them up today. We've got 25,000. I don't think I have any need to buy anything specific besides ingredients. The quest was a success. Here are the spoils. Thank you. Ooh, we've got the next level of mana item. Orchid of the Ice Princess, Slaughtermelon, Liquid Metal Ore, Xenoplasm. So none of the things we needed for our upgrading gear. Though I am probably going to start trying to use those with our slimes. Thank you. No, I'm not going to give it to you. And just lose out on it. You know you're an excellent gift giver. Thank you. Let's see. Bedabbled Custard. We don't have that, I don't think. Breath Blossom. I think we do have you. And then Black Frost Lobster. I don't think we have. But I'll get all of them just in case. And we'll head off to Mint. Fare thee well. Alright, Mint. Let's give you a gift. We are so in sync. So we will rank up and then send you out. And do the same with the rest of the people. Okay, I'm all yours.
I'm glad you had some time to hang out today. I've had something on my mind. And it's important we talk about it away from the guild hall.
Okay.
The walls there have ears, only some of which are stuffed and mounted.
Is this a top secret mission briefing? Is this a date? Is this a date?
Is this a date? Is that what this is?
Sylvia, I promise. When it's a date, you'll know. And it'll be someplace a little nicer than this.
I mean, anything can be a date if you want it to be.
I just figured we could talk, and I'm weirdly nervous about it. I'm probably overthinking it, though. Sometimes the best strategy is to have no strategy at all.
Just wing it?
And I do my best work when I keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Raise interest by 9. Discard 2 random cards. If opener, discard only 1 card. Why would I want that? Raise interest by 9 isn't huge for a 1 time slot, 1 patience. It's, I think, a little big, but at the cost of 1 to 2 cards? No. I mean, it could theoretically get rid of a stress card, which I guess is okay, but no.
Yeah, life is complicated enough.
Unless it's not discarding from your hand and it's discarding from your draw pile, but that seems unlikely.
And you should know you don't need to be nervous around me.
In that case, here's the thing. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I like you.
I like you too.
I liked you from the start. I figured right away that we'd be good friends, and I didn't give it much more thought than that. I'm so focused on finding my place in the guild. Honestly, romance is the last thing I'm looking for. But as any dungeon delver will tell you, sometimes you find something great whether you're looking for it or not. And I'm thinking maybe I found something great with you?
You're about to enter a romantic relationship with Mint. Heck yes, or oh, sorry. Heck yes. Mint, you're awesome.
Heck yes. If you're looking for romance, then look no further.
Really? You're not teasing me. Sylvia, this is incredible! I feel like I just slayed a dragon! Or even better, like I de-escalated a conflict with a dragon through active listening and mutually beneficial dialogue!
The number of times in D&D that we have derailed what was supposed to be a combat for our dungeon master into just a dialogue. It's more than once. It's a pretty common thing.
I'm confused. Am I the dragon in that analogy?
No way, babe. The dragon is my insecurity. You know me, I put on a brave face, but I guess I was afraid. Afraid you didn't feel the same way.
How could I feel any other way? You're amazing.
You know something? When you say it, I believe it. Say it again, Sylvia.
You look lovely today. You do too, Mint. Let's go see... No, we're going to send you on an adventure. Almost forgot. So Arctic has better drops today. Crater has worse. Crater has double worse. So we definitely don't want to go to the Crater. Arctic would be good. Dragon Oasis would be fine. If we go to the Arctic, we're definitely going to have to give you some of these tolerance potions. Whoa, that is a lot of potions. Like, I guess I noticed it said +6 potions, but visually it's more crazy than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So we've got Superior Ice and Grand Ice. You're going to need Superior. That drops it mostly down. You probably also need Superior Health. 12, 24 plus 9 is 38. Plus 25 is a number. 63, if I'm mathing right. You've got 22 health, so that'll be 40 something that you need. So yeah, you're probably gonna need Superior. Not Masterwork though. So that should get you through all of the challenges. Then you need Silence and Drowsiness. So we've got a Grand Silence and a Masterwork Silence. Yeah, you definitely don't need Masterwork. Let's test this out. Oh, right, you need mana. I forgot about that. You have terrible mana. So you need 4 more mana. That's a... Grand? That's Grand. Alright, test again. I just want to make sure this works, and then I can figure out what to do with your remaining 4 potion slots. Which just feels crazy. Yeah. Perfect. 14 health over, which is fine. So we definitely needed the Superior. Arguably, I might have been able to get by with, like, a Grand plus... maybe a Greater? Which probably would financially be a smart way to handle it, since we do have tons of potion slots. Okay. That's probably the smarter way to handle it. Because otherwise I would just be finding weird things to fill up these slots with. So we could give you Superior Sight. I don't think we have Masterwork Sight. No. So let's give you Superior Sight so that you find more loot. I probably should give you more capacity then. Because typically, even with the lower range, you were getting close to your 25 limit. Do I have Insight as well? I do. So you can get rarer ingredients as well. Okay. So we'll just have you chug 10 potions. And then you're going to get 10 extra items that are going to have better rarity. I don't really need to retest this, but since I'm spending a fortune here, I want to make sure it's all good. I can't imagine how adding those would have broken it. Perfect. I'll beat those monsters and build a snowman at the same time. I'd rather you just focus on beating the monsters. Let's send you out. Good choice, I'm on it. Alright, Sid. It's your birthday. I picked up the sniffles and some good loot. So you got Jotun's Frozen Heart. That's what we need for one of our upgrades. So our Arctic Cauldron. Presumably. Since this looks like Arctic gear. Well, thank you. Once again, you found the ingredient I needed. It was the same with the last ingredient. So, there's nothing like the applause of an adoring crowd, although presents come close. Toss a coin to your bard. Not going to give you a coin, but I will give you this rare mana ingredient. I bowed down before your generosity. Let's rank you up. Let's chill for a bit.
I hope you're taking care of your vocal cords, Sylvia.
I can't say I've given it much thought.
You should. It's another similarity between us troubadours and traders. We both use our voices a lot.
True.
And believe me, you catch more flies with honeyed tones.
Throat spray. Remove a random debuff from Sylvia. Decrease stress by 3, can only be played as an opener. It's a good debuff, or de-stress. Debuff I don't think matters that much, typically. And how often do we have debuffs on Sylvia at the start, like as an opener? Not often, and 2 patience is kind of a lot. Probably not going to use that.
To love my larynx.
Good. Maybe we should start by going someplace more quiet. Guildhall's livelier than ever, and while crowds are good for business, it'd be good to be able to chat without straining our voice boxes.
Lead the way, or I like getting you all to myself.
I like getting you all to myself. World's greatest backstage pass.
You don't need a pass, Sylvia. You're a lifetime VIP.
Thanks.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Now this is a view.
Isn't it just? I've been coming up here to write, whenever I can sneak away for a few minutes. And the song, it's going good, Sylvia. Really good.
Good.
Probably expecting too much, but I sort of feel like it could be important, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Storytelling is powerful. Storytelling set to music. It makes people feel things. And that's some potent magic.
True.
At least, it is when you get it right. Speaking of which, this story needs conflict. Which type should it be?
Internal conflict or external conflict? Okay, so we've been having the sort of underdog average person fighting against whatever conflict they have. Internal conflict could be interesting, like self-improvement. And really, any good story has some amount of internal conflict and self-improvement. But usually there is more directly an external conflict you're dealing with. But if she's wanting to tell a more unique story, most stories are going to be about an external conflict. So maybe we do go for the internal conflict just to see.
Internal conflict. The best heroes are those who have to overcome their flaws.
True.
And in the end, we're all our own worst enemies, right? Sounds smart to me. I'll see what I can come up with. And, well, I hope you know how much I appreciate your willingness to be part of my process like this. It means a lot.
Hey, I'm happy to help out.
You really mean that, don't you?
Yeah.
You want to know the secret to being a good songwriter? It takes more than having a sense for lyrics or rhythm. You've got to notice things. You've got to see people. I noticed you the moment I walked into your shop, and I haven't been able to stop looking since. What really caught my eye was your kindness. You were kind to me before you even realized who I was.
That's true. We started her friendship by sending her a mana potion before we even knew who she was. Just, she was a singer who was struggling with energy, I think it was. And so we decided sending her a mana potion could help.
I don't know if you know how rare that is. So, if I could be a little bold here, I'd really like to date you, assuming you like what you see.
Absolutely. You're about to enter a romantic relationship with Sid. Oh, I like what I see. Or I only see you as a friend. I like what I see. You're cool, Sid.
Oh, I like what I see. And I love what I'm hearing.
Wow, really? You mean it?
It's funny because we kept everyone on an even level. So it means that since we're doing everyone's tier 7 at the same time, it means we're going into romance relationships with everyone at the same time, which feels weird. Like if they were staggered out more, it wouldn't feel as awkward as just going back to back, starting romantic relationships with everyone we talk to. But that's the nature of how I've done this.
That's amazing, Sil. We're gonna be so good together.
I tend to agree. We're both forces to be reckoned with. And even if we're from two different worlds, it feels like we're coming from the same place.
Truer words, Sil. You inspire me. You make me want to sing. I hope you like sappy music. There's just so much sappy music coming your way.
Do you mean right this minute? Because I'm sort of in the mood to be serenaded.
Oh, are you? Well, good news. I think that can be arranged.
Your eyes are gorgeous. So are yours. I wonder if we're ever going to see her in her Sidriel form throughout this game, because we've always seen her as Sid, which is who she really is. But there's this idea that she's a famous performer with the name Sidriel. And we've never seen what that looks like, but apparently it's different enough that people aren't recognizing her. And so I just kind of want to see that as well. Anyway, let's not rank you up again. Let's go on an adventure. So we could send you to the Arctic as well, or Dragon Oasis. I think I'll send you to the Arctic as well. So the question will be, I've got, I think, only one more of these tolerance potions. Do I save it for Corsac? I think he has more potion limit already, but I also have to use quite a few of those potions just to get his stamina up. I don't know. Let's see. For here, you're gonna need a superior ice. You definitely need more health, possibly even a masterwork health. You have 6 mana. There's 8 enemies, so you need 2 more. So we can just give you a plain greater. Technically, if I'd common, it would work, but I'm not gonna bother brewing common potions at this point. And then you would need silence and drowsiness. Do we really just have superior drowsiness? That's a bit overkill. But then I can't use any sort of find more or better loot potions. So I would have to give you tolerance. But we're already talking about that. I might be able to drop you down from superior or from masterwork to superior. Yeah. Let's toss in tolerance. And I've just shuffled them around. Tolerance, then give you the drowsiness. That'll get you through all of this. Okay, that is sufficient. I could theoretically do 2 grands instead of a greater. Health potion. Just looking at ways that I can eke out a slightly better use of my potions. And then from there, if we gave you 1 stamina, and then masterwork or superior sight, and insight? We only have 1 insight. So do I give it to you or do I give it to Corsac? He's going to have less goods that he can carry. So perhaps having him focus on... Although he's also going to have less potions he can use. So I don't know if I can give him the insight. But we give that to you. Trying to think if there's anything else that would benefit you. Because you do have another potion slot. I mean, I could go so far as to just go crazy on vision. Find more stuff, all the more stuff. Well, that seems a little excessive. But I don't have anything else. I think I'm going to just send you out with these. We've already tested it, although we did switch out the potions, but it was a 50 for 2 30s, which should be plenty. But I still like to see it go all the way through. Perfect. So you can head out, and then we will figure out what we can do with Corsac. Probably sending him to the dragon location. I adapted, it's what I do. Elder being tusks, we got both ingredients we need for our upgrade. Sweet. Well done. Let's give you a gift. Why, there's nicer than a patch of sunlight in a goblin's larder. And a rank up. Your company's welcome.
I'm glad you dropped in on me today, Sylvia.
Well, thank you, Corsac. That's downright warm.
Trying to take your advice to heart. Exchanging pleasantries and the like.
Wow.
It's not all that different from how I conduct myself when I'm in a new biome. The more initiative you show, the easier it is to pivot if things don't go your way.
Okay. Reasonable. 0 cost. Gain 2 shield per card played prior to this card on the current turn. Okay. I mean, I like that it's free to get probably 2 to 4 shield. We've got other cards that can give us some shield, but they cost a lot more. This one I might actually use.
I can see the parallels. And looking at the town as its own sort of biome makes a certain amount of sense.
It's working out for me, anyway. I feel more at ease lately.
Good.
That said, I wouldn't mind a quick prowl around the forest, if you're up for it. Well, how about this weather? Oh, and if you're worried about running into any creatures out here, don't. I'm wearing lycanthrope musk. It'll keep most beasts at bay.
Okay.
Although, it's supposed to have the opposite effect on women.
I've created a monster. I think it's working on me. So are you intentionally trying to draw my interest using strange animal musk?
I think it's working on me. I might have to lean in a bit closer.
I suppose that'd be fine. I probably haven't seemed entirely receptive to flirtation. I've enjoyed it when it's happened, though. And I think you're about as great as a legless coconut.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
I have no idea what that means.
That face.
Well, leave it to me to put my foot in it. I'm going to keep this simple. I greatly enjoy spending time with you, Sylvia. And I wonder if you'd like to engage in courtship with me.
About to enter a romantic relationship with Corsac. Sounds lovely.
That sounds lovely. I think we're good for each other.
I don't think if I was doing a single romance, I don't think Corsac would be top choice. But he's fine.
You've certainly been good for me. That's an indisputable fact. For one thing, I haven't had a nightmare about squirrels in over a week.
Is that a regular thing for you?
That's sweet, I think. To be honest, I wasn't sure you'd even picked up on my interest.
Ah, you know me though, Sylvia. I don't always know the right words to say, but I notice things.
True.
I've certainly noticed you. And oh boy, do I look forward to getting to know you in a whole new way.
Okay. So let's send you out on an adventure now. Always ready for the prowl. You're going to go to the Dragon Oasis. And yes, you do have more potion slots, but less capacity. So we're definitely going to need to give you stamina as one of our options. Let's give you the Fire Cure. And you're going to need health. And how many are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're going to need at least 4 more mana. That's going to be a grand. And then a poison cure. We've got superior and grand. Grand will be fine. And petrification cure, grand. That's superior. That's grand. Let's make sure that gets you all the way through. I didn't really math out all the health to be sure. Looks like that was what we needed. So with that in mind, we can give you a sight enhancer. So that you find more loot. Probably overkill, given that you only have 25 capacity. I'm going to just settle for the grand. Although this is aged. I mean, even aged, the grand is still worth a lot less than superior. So we'll give you one of these grand. You'll find more loot, which will hopefully get you up to the 25. But I don't think with your limited capacity we need to go all the way to the superior sight enhancer. Kind of wish we had the options for some of the other ones that improve what you find rather than just finding more. But it's fine. We've already seen you make it through, so embark. Happy to do it. Alright, we've now visited all of our adventures. Do I want to buy a chest from Salt and Pepper again? We don't need the ingredient anymore for our upgrade. But I suppose it's still not that much compared to how much money we've been raking in recently, so I will buy it even though it might not have anything I care about. There are some new stuff here that I don't recognize, so I think that was a good deal. Oh yeah, and we keep getting various things for our shop's decorations that I keep saying I want to check out and then keep forgetting to do so. Now for now. Hot enough for you. Now, we wanted good sound. Can you make that happen cheaply? Sound and sensation for only 800. Prefer it to be just a sound, but 800's not bad. We've got quite a few potions to sell. So we're probably going to make that money back. Now, Luna. My door's open. First, your daily gift. Wow, I didn't know it came in this color. It's the same thing I've been giving you every day for the past, like, week, but yes. What do you have available for tomorrow? So, Silence Cure, Basic Potions, or Sensation Trait. Probably not Sensation Trait, because I don't really like the traits. We could boost all Basic Potions, or just Silence Cure. This one's cheaper. All Basic Potions give me more flexibility, though. That way, if I find out that I'm low on ingredients needed for Silence Cures, I'm not just out of luck. So I'll go for the Basic Potions. I don't know why certain ones cost more than others. Because I thought it was related to the tier, like these being tier 4. But they're all tier 4. So why is this almost double the price? I don't know. Basic Potions. I'm going to write that down before I forget, because I will forget. And we are ready to head out to the last 3. Saffron. Here's a gift for you. And then fuel. We're starting to get a little low on some of these. So I will just restock up. We've got a reasonable amount. Probably restock up on these because they're not that expensive. And I've got tons of wood and hay. But I think that's probably enough for each of those. Do I want to do any of our carpentry? Ah, so that's max level now on our brewing area, which is fair. I guess I'm curious to see if we upgraded the extra barrel slots. Do we get something else, or is it just going to be adding more barrel slots? Part of me assumes that there's going to be another cauldron, even though we already have tons of cauldrons. But the fact that they put one cauldron in the basement feels out of place unless you're going to get more. Because having 4 cauldrons upstairs and 1 in the basement, it's like, why even bother putting a weird basement cauldron? At least that's in my mind. So I'm gonna buy this, just so we can see what level 4 ends up being. It's not that expensive. I'm eager to get started on this. I am eager for you to start on it as well. So then we got Muktuk. He can't upgrade because we don't have our cauldrons with us. Truly, you know my heart. And I don't need to craft anything either, so we can just move on to Quinn. We have 14,000. We want to focus on purple ingredients. First, you can have a bit of mana. You're pulling ahead of all my other girlfriends. Oh, you also have other significant others. Okay, making sure that we do keep extras of the Elder Being's Tusks and Jotun's Frozen Hearts. So we want to make sure we're not losing out on being able to upgrade tomorrow. Ooh, I could give that to you. I can make more of them. So I will hold off because I'm not probably going to buy that from you. We'll give you more tomorrow after I've duplicated it. How's that sound? With that in mind, let's now filter. I don't think any prices are on sale. So let's get good options for purple that I'm low on. I guess we did have some. Like, we've got 19 of these, and they're a decent source of purple. They just have to also go with red and yellow. You're overpriced, though. You would be a great source. We'll have to buy some of those at a later point. Or grow more of them. These we know are awesome, so I will buy more. Got a good amount of each of those. Could buy a few more of these. Nearly buying out their entire purple stock. Yeah, there's just a few that I have like 10 or more of that I haven't bothered buying out, or the ones that are overpriced. But that's all of your purple supplies, and we still have 11,000 we could spend. So anything else really good that I don't have 10 or more of? I don't need to go super deep into limited money like I have in the past. Probably just buy some of our top ingredients. Dragon dung. Lovely. I really do want more of those, but it's not to be. At least not today. Ooh, these were good. Let's definitely restock on them. Alright, that's probably good enough for our highest tier items. Let's start looking at the low cost ones that we use to just sort of balance out the cauldron towards the end. How are we doing on money? We're starting to get a little low. Probably shouldn't go too crazy. Nope, don't need any more of those. Okay. Leave off with 2,000 gold, and I think that's fine. So, thanks for hanging out, Quinn. We are heading back to our shop now. How about that? I did a thing. You did do a thing. Alright, gardening. So first of all, what of these good Magiman ingredients do I want more of? That I'm a little bit low on. Okay, the dragon dung we could get more of. Or probably dragon's dung. The two Magiman that we don't have a ton of. So you're yellow and blue. Nothing else is screaming out to me. Probably the eel would be the next best choice. So we'll put you in red. You can go in yellow. Then we're going to want to regrow one of you so that we can start duplicating them. I guess we'll duplicate these as well. That's only a 3 times with one of those. I might want to put extra ingredients specifically so I can get lots of copies of that. Like, it'd be worth it to spend a few of these to get tons of those. That gets it to 5 times. I think I'm happy with that. 5 times means that tomorrow I'll be able to seed a few more slimes with just them. As for you, you're wanting 50-ish more. Closer to 60. So we were looking for something that's 30-ish of red. Possibly you. Oh, barely not. Oh well. There you go. Could push you over to 5 times, but you're still pretty far away. 120-ish. So I'd have to spend a 60 yellow, which probably isn't that bad. Yeah, I could use one of these since I don't care about them. There you go. So that's our gardening done. Let's check out our brews. First, our Masterwork health potions. Excellent. Then tolerance. We had to use a bunch of those, so it's good to get more of them. And superior is 6 potions still. Okay, so that's what we had before. Then the Seeking Enhancer, superior quality, 50% rare Magimans. Grand Mana. And lastly, Masterwork Curse Cures. 1,700, it's so good. Let's grab our Vine-Aged Sight Enhancer and Dragon-Aged Superior Drowsiness Cure. Okay. With that all in mind, we have basic potions are going to sell better tomorrow. So we're going to want to craft some basic potions. Right, and I've got these other aging barrels that I kind of forgot about because I didn't get new barrels to replace them. Anyway, with basic potions being the focus, let's work on some of these tolerance potions because those are going to sell the best. It'll be purple and blue. Hopefully focusing on magimins that, or ingredients we have plenty of. Alright, that's got us balanced. But again, we don't have any balanced blue and purple ingredients, unfortunately. Because I can fit in 64 more. Lamia scale is about as balanced as it gets. So we can call that very stable. Which means it's gonna be at least a 5-star, potentially getting pushed up to masterwork. Okay. I'm reasonably happy with that. We need to knock off 13 time slots. And then 2 4s. There you go. So that'll give us a good tolerance that we can sell tomorrow. I need more stamina. I may or may not sell them, but let's brew a very high quality stamina potion. So that'll be red and purple. I don't know why I turned those off. Yeah, there we go. Now, we don't have any real high magimins that fit red and purple. Like, just limited numbers. I might want to do stamina with a smaller cauldron. Maybe even go all the way down to ocean because of the limited ingredients. Okay, and then a bit more purple. We only have 4 points left. We've gone too far, as always. So what if we went for... I need a little bit more red than purple at this point. So if I went for a kraken and a crab... No, too far. What small purples do I have, if any? Nothing. I think my smallest purple is, yeah, this flower for 30. That's awkward. Okay, then 18 more red. There? So it's going to be solidly in grand. But still, that'll give us some good stamina potions that we can either sell or more likely use. We'll see. We need to remove 6 time slots. That's easy enough to do. Yeah. So then what do I want to do here? I could go tolerance again. We could do speed. Because I never use yellow and blue, because I never use these speed potions. This would be just for sale. But yeah, we've got some good ingredients for that. It's getting to be too big. Okay, what's our smallest blues that we could use at this point? It's probably these ores, unfortunately. No, it's these pearls. No, the glass ore. That's our smallest. I keep like, it's definitely this. Nope, it's that. Okay, I could go a little bit bigger. There. And I don't mind using a bunch of these Chimera waste because we had tons of them. Still have tons of them. We need more blue. We've gone way too far into yellow. Okay. So if I did get rid of one of you, and then our smaller blues, and put in more bigger blues. Perfectly balanced. Well, that's a happy accident. Cool. Excellent. So, we're not maxed out. That's probably fine. I could try and figure out a way to get slightly better results, but it's unlikely I would get it balanced. Alright, 11 time units. How do I make that happen? Something like that. Seems fine. So that'll sell pretty well. And then probably want to make more. I guess let's look at these. So seeking enhancers, we made some of those. I don't really care about multi-magimin ingredients. Most things we're finding are multi-magimin. And I'm totally fine getting the single magimins as well. Rarer ingredients I'd like to have more of. I don't really care about the good traits. So I probably want to get a few more insight and sight. We'll start with insight. So that's red, green, and purple. And we can't go with too huge of ingredients. Yeah, I probably shouldn't use any... Oh, I need to be paying attention that I'm not spending the ingredients we need. Because the Elder Being's Tusk. What was the other one? Just to make sure I haven't sold it. Or used it, rather. It was... It's the Jotun's Frozen Heart. Is that... No? There, okay. Make sure I'm not using those. Right. But yes, with 10 ingredients, we're looking for them to be in the ballpark of 57 each. So these ones that are nearly 200 ingredients is just completely wrong. We want primarily red. So a few of you seems reasonable. Now we'll want a bit more green. And then a big green, big purple ingredient, I suppose. And now the biggest green we can fit, which is going to be 31. That 5 being an odd number, the number of times that things would balance out better if I could have put in a 32 or something. But it's always just one slightly less than what I need. So 31 green. What do we have? Probably do have some 30 green somewhere. Yeah, you. Or you. There. Very stable. Obviously not perfect. But I'm happy with that. It'll be a pretty good site enhancer that we can send out with our team. Need to remove 9? If I'm mathing right. There you go. Then you as well, the site enhancer now. Red, green, and yellow. And again, we want to be roughly around 57 per ingredient. With a focus on green. Yeah, we could mix up some red and greens and green and yellows to keep green the highest. So now we need more reds and yellows. Oh, too high of measurements. As always. We've got, what, 60-ish? 63 more that we can place. Again, if it was 64, we've got great ingredients for that. So 32... I was going to say 32 red, 32 yellow. No, we're needing more green. Is there anything that's a bit more green in the 32-ish range? You're red and green with a bit more red. Do we have a similar green and yellow? No. I mean, there's you. Could use one of you. And then you. And that's a very stable mixture. That's about basically at our max. So, still going to be superior. It's not going to get to masterwork, but that's fine. Let's take off 8 time units. Okay, that's all of my cauldrons brewing. With that in mind, we know basic potions are going to be on sale. Are there any basic potions I have that I'm not planning to use tomorrow? Arguably, I could do these superior sight. I'm not making any more health potions, right? Yeah, so I don't want to sell the health potions. Those are probably a decent choice. Rather, these. Oh, they're already enhanced. Could go with the Seeking Enhancer. No, that's an enhancer. I'm wanting basic potions. I keep mixing them up. The problem is I need... The ones I have are the ones I need. So I'm probably not going to sell anything. But I could go with something like this Masterwork Curse Cure, because we have other Curse Cures that we can use with our team tomorrow if we go somewhere. So these would just... Next time they're on sale, they'd already be aged up. Because I'm not planning to sell them today or use them tomorrow, and that's what I'm looking for. Right? No. Cures are... That was almost a big mistake. Cures are what's on sale today. I'm thinking about what's on sale tomorrow, which is important. But whatever I age now will be ready tomorrow for the sale. Yes? Yes. So I should be focusing on the things I'm planning to sell tomorrow. That I'm not going to use tomorrow. not the things I'm planning. Yeah. So we've got Masterwork health potions that I don't need because I've got another set of 3. I don't know if I'm going to sell them, but I might. So I can age those up. And if I do want to sell them tomorrow, they're available. And I could sell them tomorrow as long as I end up brewing more health potions in their place. So we'll age you. Then with our... you. Is that... I was pretty sure that I had put them in the dragon one. And yet it's still showing vine aged here, even though I'm clicking on scaly. Anyway, you're definitely vine aged. This should be scaly aged for a 20% increase. Yes, vines is a 15% increase. Scaly is 20%. I don't know what the deal is there, but okay. There is some amount of confusion, clearly. I still wish I could sort these by anything, really. If I have other silences... No. So if I did bottle those up, I wouldn't be able to use them for my adventures tomorrow. I am making more of those. So I could improve these. Because tomorrow morning those will be available for use. Yeah. So we will rank up these tolerance potions. And they'll be available tomorrow when we sell. Good. Spent way too long thinking about things. But I think the plan is solid. Now let's arrange our potions and open the shop. So, we are looking at cures. I've got my cure shelf out. Technically, cures would be good here, but I'd rather sell my good cures. Do I want to keep some curse cures around? I've got the Grand that I can use. We don't need Masterwork. So let's sell these 5 with haggling, and then open up Vendy. What can I sell with Vendy? We probably want to keep some of these if I need them. But I could sell 4 of them. Seems reasonable. Interesting that you aren't even properly on sale, but you're my next best potion. Let's sell some of you. I need to keep some drowsiness cures for if we send out our teams. Same with some petrification. Thing is, we only need grand cures. And yet all I have are superiors at this point, which feels a bit silly. I can sell the superior poison because we only need grand... No, superior poison I think is one of the things we need for the contest. I should check that. Not that we need to focus on our contest potions at the moment. Yes. No, it's not poison cure. I think that was last competition. So I can sell you comfortably because we've got our poison cures. Grand is sufficient for our adventurers. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with most of that. We'll get some good money from Vendi as well as haggling. We've got a couple of everything so that we can still send out 1 or 2 adventurers per location. And we can always brew more. Okay, deck builder, we got keep it simple, which I didn't really care for. Pivot, which was alright. I'll have to check out my other shielding cards. And then throat spray I don't really care for. So Strike or Strike Later is one of my shielding cards, but it's still a good attack as well. And then Sympathy, I think, is my other shield card. And Reinforce. I think I'm happy not having Pivot. I'm happy with my deck as it is. Okay, let's open the shop. You look eager to make a sale. I need to know more about this potion before I can make a decision. Okay, we got a compromise available. You've got 7 hearts. That means your first heart is probably like 3. I don't think it's worth it for compromise. Let's do Reinforce to half the amount of stress you're going to give me. And call that good. That 8 shield is rough. Yeah, your first heart was 3. Alright, you are going to reduce my shield and complain. Oh yeah, compound interest was one I was thinking about taking out but forgot to do. Because I tend to play enough cards that we run out of interest within a few turns. Reinforce again? We'll do the compound interest. Reinforce again. Because I'm also going to be giving myself stress from Pander. Probably shouldn't have done the compound interest, let's be fair. You wouldn't want me to complain to Baptiste, would you? Okay, we're up to 5 stress. So closer to raise interest by 20. Let's do Pander and Zeal. And that will finish you off. Color me intrigued. Ha, just as I'd intended. I didn't even look at the gold value, but I'm sure it was amazing. Next in line. Good to see you, I mean it. I want to spend some money if that's alright with you. With your help, I can be my best self. You want a superior drowsiness, petrification, and silence cures with 3 traits. Nearly 4,000 gold, though. I think we had another request that I haven't looked at. Town's most enthusiastic citizens have hit upon a potion cocktail uniquely suited to aiding self-expression. Want to know more? Don't get them started. They'll never stop. Okay. I'll look into it. No guarantees. Awesome. I love it. Let's talk money. So you have 10 shields at the start, and I have tension. Fantastic. And you're going to give me 5 more stress, and I have no way to reduce it. 5 more stress that's going to get doubled. Oh, I don't know if I want to do Pander. Because that would also end up doubled. But if I'm going to blast through your shield with Blitz, I kind of also want to use this. But I will gain so much stress. Because that 3 each turn would be doubled. This only lasts for a single turn, I think. But that means 8 stress coming in that gets doubled to 16, which would put us at 21. I don't think I can justify that. hate this. Dang, you could have been a stonemason with those hands. Look at those things. Up to 15%. I need to remove compound interest. Let's go reinforce. Because you're going to be giving me 6 stress. So I can give myself 5 shield. And then we'll apply confident, and hopefully at some point... You're at 1 patience. Alright, we'll just close the deal. Mistakes were made on this whole haggle. Compound interest was terrible right there. Not that it would have changed anything. Can I help you? Hey, Sid. Seeing you puts a skip in my step. This potion's got real stage presence. More tension again. Alright, you're planning to just shield. I could just zeal and end it. But we'll compound interest and then turn. No stress, because you're not stressing us out. 15 shield. Dude. You are again not stressing us. Excellent. So let's go with confident. And then sympathy. Toss down a strike. To blast through your shield. And then, if we ended turn, we just have 1 more turn. So let's actually instead go with zeal to gain 35 more. It's going to be 1 heart, maybe 2, but probably not. No. So just a single heart. But 2,700, I'll take it. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Take care. I love supporting a family business. I think you'll like this. Make me an offer I can't refuse. More tension. 13 patience. Oh, complaining with tension. And I have no way to reduce it. I'm just going to close it. Getting 14 more stress right now is not what I need. Just take the potion. What a pleasant outcome. Well, we all survived another day. I have my doubts, but I thought I'd at least ask about this one. Alright. If I used both, I could do deep connection, but to do zeal ends the thing. So we're not getting deep connection. Might as well go with compound interest and in turn. At least I get a little bit of interest. Alright, you're planning to stress me out. Let's do confident and pander. Maybe compromise or blitz and see where that shakes things out. So confident. Pander. Okay, compromise would end you at that 3rd heart completed. So we're gonna do that, and it'll just end the sale there. And I'll take your 3,000 gold. Well, alright then. Take care.
That's all of them, for now.
Another decent sale day of almost 20,000.
I've learned a troubling bit of news.
Yeah?
It seems Anubia has a unique magical talent. She can create duplicates of herself.
Well, that's convenient.
They're a little better than drones. They completely lack her, winning personality. But they're apparently smart enough to deliver her potions all over town.
Okay. So she's got a delivery business rather than people having to walk into her shop. Doesn't seem like a huge benefit.
I've seen them shambling to and fro, and every one I saw represents a sale you didn't make.
I guess? So not necessarily delivery, but she's able to sell on like all the different shop corners maybe. to try and get people to buy from her before walking into my shop.
How long before we start losing our customers to the siren call of same-day delivery?
Ah, nope, it is delivery. I mean, same-day delivery is convenient. Can't knock it.
There's only one thing to do, Oswald.
Make better potions?
You must become my delivery boy.
I take offense at every word in that sentence.
Would you do it for a raise?
I don't think we're paying him.
You know you've never paid me. Not a coin. You know that, right?
I mean, we're paying off your debt, which has to count for something. We've paid hundreds of thousands of gold on your debt. That's paying you.
It's no wonder with that attitude.
Alright, so basic potions are on sale. Decreasing our customers, we can overcome that with having better things on our shelves. So I'm not super worried about that. But with that, we're going to end today's episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.